Once again, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Basham, Yahushai, Basham, Roka Kodash. This is the Bafam Trinidad East Camp, that's why I do this video. Right, to edify the brothers. Right, that's, just be mindful. Right, just be mindful. Right, and the mercies of the Lord. That's why to be mindful and the mercies of the Lord. Right, so, the name of the video be a new creature. A new creature. It's like what a new creature, is really how we're supposed to be now, but also the mercies of the Lord too, right? Like I said, new creatures, yeah. First precept, yeah, Colossians 2:13. Right? You say and you being dead in your sins and the uncircumcision of your flesh had he quickened together with him, having forgiven you all your trespasses. So you're dead to your sins now, boy, and the uncircumcision of your flesh. Because remember the wages of sin is death. So he died for all that. Alright, that you shouldn't really live unto yourself. Right, that precept here, you see, I read this precept in a while. So let's find that precept really fast. 15 5:15 it's Corinthians, yes? This precept that's coming to my mind here. Alright, that's just coming to my mind here. You see, this is 2 Corinthians 5:15. You see, and that he died for all, that they which live should not henceforth live unto themselves, but unto him which died for them and rose again. So yeah, right, according to the Colossians too now, but he put everything in him. He bear that. He died for our sins. Right, there he say, and you being dead in your sins and the uncircumcision of your flesh, had he quickened together with him, having forgiven all the trespasses now, boy. So now after he died for your sins now, it's already not ready to live unto yourself now, but to him that died for you. Right? These 2 Corinthians 5:17. Say here, therefore, if any man be in Mashiach, he is a new creature. All things are passed away, behold, all things are become new. So yeah, things they used to do, like how you sing how that is song, things you do them no more. Right? We ain't saying you can't get it right one time. That way I tell you, I think it's in Judges, I believe 5:11, if I'm correct. Right? We talk about a new creature, not a new creature, so like, yeah. You see, and they that are delivered from the noise of archers in the places of drawing water, they shall rehearse the righteous acts of their Lord. Of the Lord. And I understand righteous acts now, boy, so you have to practice it to rehearse. Instead of practice to go over. Right? Practicing it. Right? So, yeah, rehearsing the righteous acts is practice makes permanent. Right? You're going over it over and over. Right? Until you get it. Right? This Ephesians 4:22. Say here that ye put off, I talk about in the Corinthians 5:17 that they put off, that old man now, he become a new creature now, boy. Right? He said that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt, according to the deceitful lust. Put off that former conversation, because that will lead to more ungodliness. Early and children, you start to remember all these sins you used to do, and certain things, because certain things you did enjoy. Right? Certain wickedness you used to do, you enjoyed it. You understand? You used to take pleasure in it. Right? And you don't want to be like Lot. You eat a lot, you don't want to leave, do turn back. And you see your wife turn back and turn to apple last because she was remembering, she was reminiscing. She remembered that what she used to be doing in Sodom. Right? No. That is just wisdom, Don't make no way. That nice precept. This precept now coming to my head. I can't remember. I don't know. I can't remember. Long time I read this precept. Provision, I believe. Provision for the flesh. That is a real nice precept, right? I think Romans, right? So Romans 13 verse 14. He say but put ye on the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, and make no provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. You understand? Make no provision for the flesh now, way. And that perfect, that matching up perfect with the Ephesians 4:22. Because I tell you here that he put off concerning the former conversation, the old man which is corrupt, according to the deceitful lust. So don't make provision for the flesh. Because when I start to talk about these old things where you used to do before, you remember. You understand? And I will lead to more ungodliness, and that talk now can lead to even going further. So don't even make the provision for the flesh. How people might remember any word, hey, would I be a male or a female? If he's a male, I know concerning female, like, hey, man, you was a wet man. That we just say here in Trinidad, call him, a red wet man. He was in charge, thing, what going on. And take that chin up, where just like, yeah, but remember your days. And she like, what am I here for? So you just cut out that one time. Yeah, I was shy, supposed to be shining now, but you don't even have time for that talk. When they see it, they should run from you. Because I find them to see hey, it's a scripture. And the scripture says also, don't be over righteous now, boy. Because you have to use, I believe, you use wisdom. And because we here to preach you word. I'd be in season and out of season. And not only when I have one garments, when you take off the garments, work do stop there. You understand? When I be on work or your normal clothes, it happens to somebody, we will is to push the word. You understand? To the four corners of the earth. In all sincerity and truth. And if you really can love that person, you will try to get them the word. You understand? So you use wisdom. As a fisherman skillful, and you take your time and you're gonna catch a fish, you don't make noise, you silent, you put the right bait, you try to bring it to them, you know the person, you try to bring it across to them, but you know them, so you know how you can bring it across. You find a way to bring it across. You understand? If you know that they're not done that at all, then you turn your back, you dust your foot and you're going. You understand? But yeah, you see that he put off concerning the former conversation, the old man which is corrupt, according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. You understand? Be renewed now, boy. Wash now, boy. You understand? Be renewed and clean. A change now, boy. You understand? That he put he put on the new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness. Right? So the things used to be saying, you won't be saying them no more. Things used to desire, you won't desire them no more. Your will be just like Yahushua to do the Father's will, and you would mean to do Yahushua's will. You understand? That should be your new will, your new desire. Right? Of the former conversation. Right? These 2 Corinthians 7 verse 1. He say, having therefore these promises, dearly beloved, let us cleanse ourselves from all filthiness of the flesh and spirit, perfecting holiness in the fear of the Most High. Right? So yeah, these promises, because I read no promises here. But you say, once you give up these worldly desires, you say, lay not upon earth, lay not your treasures upon earth where moth and rust that corrupt. You understand? Where thieves break through and steal. I'm reading the promises here. Hebrews 6:10 or 10:6, I believe. No, 6:10 and see. You see, alright, so it's 6:10. Hebrews 6 verse 10, you see, for the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have shown toward his name, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. Right? So, you minister to the saints, you won't forget your work now. Right? And you still you do minister, you continue. Right? So this work is not in vain. Right? This is not in vain. And bring our next one here. Right? Bring one of the promises here now. Isaiah. What should be 60? So I could find it here. Isaiah 61. Isaiah 61, verse 6. Alright, you see, we go from before here from Isaiah 61, verse 5. You see, and strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. But ye shall be named the priests of the Yahweh. Men shall call you the minister of our power. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves. For your shame ye shall have double, and for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore in their land they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them. So yeah, we're gonna get through. Everything gonna be good with us. You understand? That was promised unto us. Isaiah 14 and all also. You understand? For doing this work, we will be back on top. You understand? We will be back on top. So from one and all. You see, Isaiah 41, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. You understand? So yeah, we're gonna get that rest. At time come, we're gonna get that rest. You're gonna have everything. So just ready to put in this work right now. You understand? You just put in this work right now. Plow. Put your hand to the plow. You understand? So these are what we're doing here, trying to be focused on staying this wood and do what we have to do. Because this kingdom almost out. Right? So that we're gonna get that double for doing this will. Right? So that he promises here. Some of the promises. Right? That more. That a lot more. Alright, I'm going to go back into this Philippians 3, verse 15. Say here, let us therefore, as many as be perfect, be thus minded. And if in anything ye be otherwise minded, the Most High shall reveal even this unto you. So yeah, be focused on the Most High work. You understand the way I carried away with this kingdom. This kingdom is not for long. This kingdom is really how long. Right, watch how things going. Right? If you're any otherwise minded, the Most High with you, if he's part of the elect, if he's part of the for the elect, yeah, the Most High will show, hey, you're going off, hey, check yourself, examine yourself daily. Alright, hey, now that hand there, the Most High will reveal it unto you. Alright? These Colossians 2, 14. Right, you say, blotting out the handwriting of ordinances that was against us, which was contrary to us, and took it out of the way, nailing it to his cross. Yes, that's what Yahushua did. You understand? Blot out the handwriting because, hey, we was made to fall. We was made to do all these wickedness like all the others doing. Right? That way in time, let's precept here, boy. What it is? Come on, that precept off. Right? Yeah, so you see, blotted out now by that handwriting. The election had obtained it. Which one is again, money? Me say election had obtained it. That's not it. Yes. Yeah. So that's knowing that hey, these things was against us. You understand? This was against us, but I was already blot out that. I don't understand that. Because in the New Testament, Israel had not obtained, but the election had obtained it. As if I forget, yes. Can't remember that precept for nothing. But the election yeah, Romans 11:7. You see what then? Israel had not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election had obtained it. Right? The election had obtained it. So that I was just saying, he blot out all them things, ordinances, right? Here why now? You see, Israel had not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election had obtained it, and the rest were blinded. You understand? According as it is written, the Most High had given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, unto this day. Right? So, yeah, they didn't receive that. That's really the election. You understand? Everybody took Colossians 2:14 so you can understand. Blotting out the handwriting of ordinances that was against us. You understand? That was against us. So we were supposed to be blinded also. Right? Which was contrary to us. Yeah, because that spirit of slumber, that was contrary to us. Working in yourself the deceitful lust, the desires of the flesh. That's contrary, that's not good for us. You understand? And he said, and took it out of the way, nailing it to his cross now, boy. So Yahushua did that for us, the hope for the elect. You understand? I say, blotting out the handwriting of ordinances that was against us, so we were supposed to go down that road. So that, we would all fall. Most I had that mercy. You understand? But that's only for the elect. Right? That's only for the elect. Yeah. Jeremiah 10:23. Right? You say, O Yahweh, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. So yeah, you may say make some unto honor and some to dishonor. And I thank Yahweh and share that we be the ones, and we continue, Father's willing that we be the ones to continue and be the ones unto honor and not unto dishonor. Alright? So yes, Yahweh did that for us. You understand? It wasn't me just say, well, hey, wake up one day and I say, I walk in the street and narrow today. As Yahushua will. Mercy of the Lord, that was already predestined too. Right? Who would serve him, who would be honest, who would be sincere. You understand? Who would be worthy, because you say many are called but chosen are few. Right? These are Ephesians 1:5. He said, having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by Yahushua Mashiach to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will. Right? Yeah. Of his will. There we say blotted it out. You understand? That was his will. Right? I'm reading it again. Blotting out the handwriting of ordinances that was against us, which was contrary to us, and took it out of the way, nailing it to his cross. That was his will. You understand? Yeah. That was thy real mercy. You understand? Thy mercy. Because you'd have still be stumbling and falling. Like the scripture says, a man can receive nothing except it be given him from heaven. You understand? I shall say, whatever the acts in my name. The Father may give it to you now, boy. But he ain't asking for carnal things, he's asking for things to strengthen your spirit, to grow, to help, to wake up the elect. You understand? Things that will benefit you, not for this kingdom. You're not thinking about this kingdom, but that's for spiritual blessings, spiritual gifts. You understand? Things to help the ministry. That's what these gifts should be for. This is what you should be asking for. How to better the ministry, how to better you as a Jake, as an individual also. To help to build all the walls at Jerusalem. You understand? To build Israel, to bring back Israel. You understand? Isaiah 49:5 and 6. That you should be asking for the gifts to do these things. Right? These are Ephesians 1:11. It says, in whom also we have obtained an inheritance, being predestinated according to the purpose of him who worketh all things after the counsel of his own will. Right? So yeah. So we obtained an inheritance, being predestinated, so that the elect. You understand? The elect could walk and try to be perfect. Right? That the elect. You understand? So yeah. The inheritance, that wasn't we will. That's the Yahushua Shai. That's the mercy of Yahushua. Grateful for that. Right? So, I'm going to go back into where you say, the 2 Corinthians 5:15. Where you say, and that he died for all, that they which live should not henceforth live unto themselves. Yeah, because he's a new creature now, so can't live unto yourself again. All things are gone, past, right? Should not live unto ourselves, but unto him which died for them and rose again. So, hey, right? These are we supposed to live unto Yahushai. You understand? These are we supposed to live unto. You see? We can find this nice precept here. These are a nice precept here too. Read this boy. Yeah. 2 Peter 3 verse 14. He said, wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. You know? So yeah, you want to be found of Yahushua blameless, without spot. You understand that? You say, you become a new creature, all things are past away now, boy. You understand? To be a new creature, you want to be found blameless. All that old things you used to do, you do it no more. You know? And just say, you know, if it's the Lord will, you understand? He say, make the provision for the flesh now, boy. So he say, no salakia. We say, if it be thus mind, the most second will bring it to remembrance now. You understand? Hey, Shalom, going on. Let's hold on there. Let's finish on our video here, right? Yeah, hold on there. I can. Yeah, you know. So you say, if anything, you be thus minded, otherwise minded, the most second reveal it even unto you. You understand? So hey, you know what? Yeah. Once you're going off and the most second pull you up once you know is up you always pull the leg. You understand? Yeah, that most and compassion, you pull you up, you go reveal it unto you. So you know what? You know, be merciful and be grateful. You understand? Like I was reading Acts here. If I could find it here, boy. Acts 5, the last verses here, boy. Where you say Acts 5:40, you see, and to him they agreed, and when they had called the apostles and beaten them, they commanded that they should not speak in the name of Yahushua, and let them go. And they departed, hear this part, and they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name. Yeah, they was glad to get Alex for Yahushua, boy. They was glad, they was happy. They was counted worthy, you know. Yeah, they was really happy, boy. To suffer shame for his name, you suffer shame for the Isaiah. You know, you receive double. You understand? Yeah. Be happy to come to suffer for the Lord. He died for us, he gave us the prime example. You understand? So you know what? Once again I want to give all praises to the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Hashem Krakadash, honor say and double honor to the elders of Great Millstone that we well, and salutation to the brothers that push us within all truth and sincerity. Right? Until again, Shalom.